What if I told you one of the strongest predictor of success isn't actually intelligence, talent, or confidence, or even motivation? What if I told you that it is your ability to actually tolerate discomfort? And wait, do not get me wrong, hear the rest of the message. The problem is delayed gratification has a very bad PR. And it feels slow, frustrating, and emotionally draining, and often invisible, right? Our brain often naturally want relief right now. They want success right now, rewards, and I want it right now. So if delayed gratification is one of the major keys to success, why do so many intelligent people struggle with it? Let's talk about it today.
Nhom lao, Nhom lao, it's all I need, yeah, yeah, it's all I need, yeah, yeah.
We've each heard about delayed gratification is key to success. Sounds very simple. Work hard today and then enjoy the fruit of your labor tomorrow. Save your money, study instead of scrolling, go to the gym, build the business, invest in relationship. Simple, right? Except it's not. It doesn't feel simple at all because delayed gratification isn't primarily an intellectual problem, it's an emotional one. At Nhom, we often say that behavior makes far more sense once you understand the emotion underneath it. Many of us spend years trying to fix our habits without ever asking ourselves what those habits are protecting us from. Everything is emotional, including success. Research consistently shows that people who can delay immediate rewards, right, often have better long term outcomes in education, finances, health, and all of that. One of the most famous example was Stanford marshmallow experiment, where children who could wait for a second marshmallow tended to have a better outcome years later in life. Now, I'm not saying that each and every of these study I agree with every aspect, but it forms a baseline for us. Now, it's important to know that later research has shown the story is like much more nuanced, and that's family environment, trust, socioeconomic circumstances also play actually significant roles. But we can actually see from that experiment there's something fundamentally a little bit different. In other words, delayed gratification isn't simply about just like willpower. It's also about whether your brain actually believes waiting is actually worth it. That changes everything. Think about it. If you repeatedly experience disappointment, broken promises, financial instability, or relationships where your investment wasn't rewarded, your brain may have quietly learned take what you can now, like now, not because you are actually a lazy person, but because your nervous system is trying to protect you. This is why telling yourself just be disciplined often doesn't actually work for you. You're trying to solve an emotional problem with a logical one. Because the thing is, delayed gratification feels really expensive. You study while everyone else is chilling and relaxing or appearing that so. You say no while everyone else is like saying yes to that sugar. Yes, I want to have sugar, but I have been saying no. You're building quietly while other people seems to be sort of like enjoying their life. It can even feel unfair and quite hurtful. And that's what exactly why so many or so little few people stay consistent. The reward is delayed, the discomfort is quite immediate. Our brain naturally overvalues immediate rewards, a phenomenon psychologists call temporal discounting. We perceive rewards available now as much more valuable than larger rewards that comes much later. Not because like you're broken, it's because you're a human being. But here's where Nhom philosophy becomes important. Don't just ask, can I delay gratification? Ask, what future am I emotionally connected to? Because people don't sacrifice for futures they can't imagine. If your future feels very vague, your present impulses become actually much louder. When purpose becomes sort of clear, patience becomes easier. Not easy, but easier. So think about planting a tree. Nobody digs it up every single week asking, oh, has it grown yet? Has it grown yet? Because growth is expected to happen slowly. Yet that's what exactly many of us treat our goals. We expect 6 months of work to produce 6 years of results. And the truth is, it's not because we've failed in that sense, because our expectations actually did. Real success looks incredibly ordinary and boring and slow. Reading when no one notices, saving small amounts of money consistently, having that like difficult conversation instead of like avoiding them, practicing when you are still terrible, showing up long after the excitement disappears. None of that is actually glamorous at all, but compound growth rarely is. So maybe delayed gratification isn't about becoming more patient. Maybe it's about becoming more emotionally resilient, learning to tolerate today's discomfort because you trust tomorrow's harvest. As Nhom, we believe freedom isn't simply doing what feels like good today. Freedom is having enough emotional authority that today feeling don't steal tomorrow's future, because every day you're trading something in: comfort for growth, certainty for possibility, ease for excellence. The question is, what price are you willing to actually pay?